one of the big things about being in your kitchen, or quite frankly, working around the house anywhere, is, you know, you cut yourself. You cut your hands, or you're working with hot pots and things like that. We have the answer, and John is joining us to talk about the Shark Heat and Cut Resistant Glove Set. Hi, John. Look at you, that's pretty brave right there.
Well, the nice thing about it is I don't have to worry about cutting myself anymore. So now, while you're slicing, dicing, and chopping, if you want to slice a tomato in half, you don't have to worry about your fingers anymore. You know, a lot of people have a hard time in the kitchen using knives because, well, it takes a long time to get used to it. Chefs spend their, you know, a lot of years and years learning how to perfect the use of a knife. Now, you know, if you don't have great knife skills, because of the Shark glove, you don't have to worry about if you happen to have something in your hand and the knife,
it's crazy.
You don't have to worry about cutting yourself.
It's the special weave. A paring knife, and you cut something off your finger as you're trying to pare an apple.
Exactly. I mean, you know. And not just with knives. I mean, it could be peelers. Maybe you know, you got your potato peeler out and you're peeling your potatoes, and whoop, you take your finger, your nail or knuckle off.
Happens a lot.
Now you don't have to do that. Worry about it because of the Shark glove.
Think about that grater.
Oh, hey, listen.
Or I'll tell you what. You know what? Do you have one of those mandolin choppers?
Yep.
You got one of the old-fashioned ones, and whack.
Right.
That's not good.
I don't have a grater out here. You can literally. Oh, wait a minute.
We do have a grater.
To the rescue. Look at this. Look, you can be grating cheese. Here, I'm going to break this cheese in half. Take a look at this. I mean, just for grating. If you've been grating on one of these old four-sided tin can knuckle busters, right? When you get down to the end, I mean, they grate great until you get to your fingers. And then what do you do with that last little piece? Whoop. Well, you end up popping that piece in your mouth. But see, now if you happen to slip, you're not going to you don't have to worry about cutting yourself. My knuckles, look. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's my knuckles.
Okay, let's talk about the configuration, though, because this is important. You get 2 of the oven gloves, which we'll get to in just a second, and you get 1 of the Shark, right? The Shark gloves.
2 of the oven gloves, and these are good to 650 degrees, okay, for picking up hot things. And the nice thing about these, and I got to show you, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take this off real quick. And by the way, just so you know, I've been cutting in this hand, okay? I've been slicing and dicing and chopping. Here, I'll take a cucumber and cut it in half. And here, you can slice a cucumber right in the palm of your hand. You don't have to worry ever about cutting yourself. And just to show you, look, there's no bruises, scrapes, cuts, nicks, okay?
No blood.
But I'm gonna put this oven glove on because with the oven glove, here, we're gonna crank this up a little bit just to show you real quick. These are good to 650 degrees. And what I love about it is most people are used to using the oven mitts, okay? Or maybe even a towel, where you have no dexterity. Now, with the oven gloves, I have all 10 fingers.
That's
that
great.
I can pick things up with.
So if you're pulling a big turkey out of the oven at Thanksgiving, it's not gonna slip out of your hands.
Exactly. Now you can pick something up by the side like this and not have to worry about it. You can go to the oven and not have to, see how far they go up? In fact, I'll go back to the oven here in a second. But
oh, so you're not gonna burn.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
that's
how
where
often
everybody
have
burns
you burned your
themselves
arm?
is right here or right here.
That's
and
brilliant.
Take a look at this though, just to show you this. I've had this pan over this open flame now, okay, for about 10 minutes. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna put this right on the palm of my hand. And not only am I gonna put it on the palm of my hand, I'm gonna take 2 eggs and I'm gonna put them in here just to show you that this is super hot. I'm frying 2 eggs in the palm of my hand.
Now, is your hand getting warm?
My hand, I can feel a little bit, it's warm, but it's not hot. I'm not having to worry about ever scorching or blistering or burning or anything like that. And I'm holding this frying pan, frying 2 eggs in the palm of my hand.
You know, my husband would love these for his grill. He grills. He's like a
grilling.
guys, he's always pulling out hot stuff from the grill.
And let's go over here to the oven because I've got some baked potatoes.
He's got a smoker too.
Oh yeah.
And you know what he does? He has these really weird leather gloves that are so crusty and awkward, you can't grab anything.
Right. And how about this? I mean, if this was the grill, you've got your baked potatoes, okay, that I'm holding on to. I have corn wrapped up here. Now, by the way, this oven right now is at 350, I believe. Yeah, 350 on the lower oven. And I'm able to hold on to these. These have been in here. In fact, these are probably, here, you know what? Look at this.
Oh yeah, there's the steam,
Perfectly done baked potatoes. And I'm holding them with all 10 fingers. It's like having gloves. So now I can take these out. I can put them on my, my tray or sheet, and I can take these in. I don't have to worry about touching the tray. If I need to move this up, I can move this up. I'm holding it right in my hand, and this is a 350-degree tray right now. I don't have to worry about it because these are good to 650 degrees. Right here in the top, here, take a look at this. Here's a lasagna. Now, I've got this oven set at 485 degrees, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can reach in here, I can grab this lasagna tray, not have to worry about anything. Here, I'll kick this closed. And look at this. Walk it over to the table, not have to worry about burning myself, not having to worry about dropping it. You can see the silicone grips on these gloves. It allows you to grip so you're not slipping. No more slipping, you're gripping.
That's great.
Yes.
And machine washable. When you were wondering, when he was cutting all that stuff up, I was like, oh man, he's running the gloves, it'll have tomatoes all over it, right?
These are the best thing ever, and especially if you have a grill. Now, let me go back to that the cut-proof gloves, and I'll tell you, with this, because these are right-handed or left-handed, makes no difference.
And they basically fit everybody, right?
Yes, it's pretty much, even with my big sausage fingers, I can fit them in here, okay? But I'll tell you what, restaurants now, the commercial restaurants are actually, they're actually making it a requirement to wear these.
That does not surprise me, because if employees get cut, they lose work time, it's kind of a hot mess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, I've got big, giant sausage fingers, okay, and I can fit this on, but I want you to see something. There's, right down here in the front, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a thin dime down here, okay? Just to show you, I can still pick up that dime.
That's great.
With the gloves on, okay? And when I go to cut my bagels, look at this. I can slice my bagels right into the palm of my hand. I don't have to worry about hitting my hand anymore. Smart. Next time you're pitting an avocado, now you can slice right into it like this.
Do you know what? I cut myself trying to pit an avocado. I did. I cut my hand.
Now you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, wait, listen, I'll tell you the story. So here I was trying to get the pit out, and I'd seen people do that.
Yes.
And I went to go do that, and it slipped, and it cut my finger.
Well, look at this. That's pit falling apart, so I'm going to have to dig that out of there. But again, I can slice right through this, and just to show you, look, I don't ever have to worry about it.
That's great.
I just slice through the pit, and then look, it's still not cutting me.
Right.
So it doesn't matter, like whether you're using it on a cutting board. Now, I'm not saying go home and cut everything in the palm of your hand like this, okay? The idea here is that if you do slip, you're not gonna have to worry about cutting yourself. Maybe you know somebody that has hard time, you know, maybe it's dexterity problems in the kitchen. Maybe it's mom or grandma that still likes to cook, and still likes to do all the prep, but you know, they don't have the dexterity they used to.
Or you're worried about it.
So now, with this glove, if you do slip, you never have to worry about cutting yourself.
Okay, so it's one of those, and you get two of the heat gloves, so the oven gloves. Now, here's the thing. How are your oven mitts right now? You know what's really weird? You buy oven mitts, and they really don't protect your fingers.
Right.
Like, you go to grab something, and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, this is really, really hot. Because basically, they're just fabric, and it's just a little bit of protection. It certainly is not up to 600 degrees.
That's right.
I'm telling you, if you love to be in the kitchen, and I've done it a million times, I've borrowed my husband's. They're these big, awkward, crusty leather things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I wish I had it on the set with me, because they're gross. And they kind of keep your fingers from being hot, but they don't really work, and then you cannot grab anything. They're not easy. The dexterity is awful with those. This is perfect. Oh, that's a good idea.
Great for automobile work. Anytime you have to touch anything hot. I mean, you could grab a hot muffler with this and you're not going to feel it.
That's a
but
good idea.
because of these cut-proof gloves, and again, the material that it's made of, that's woven in there, that makes it cut resistant, okay? Hey, if you know a fisherman or an outdoorsman, for the fillet knives, listen, you can fillet fish now, not have to worry about ever getting close to your fingers. If you happen to slip and hit your fingers, you don't have to worry about it. Look at this. I mean, even for, and by the way, this is a sharp knife. You can fillet the skin off a tomato with this knife, it's so sharp. And again, if it slips, if I happen to slip and hit myself, I don't have to worry about cutting myself.
Yeah.
That is so. Hey, for boning chicken, fish, meatloaf. I mean, just for cutting through meatloaf.
Just if you've got really bad oven mitts, just try these. I mean, you know, really, if you try to use all the stuff like I do, you'll really appreciate it.
Hey, even in the garage, I mean,
you know, I'm a crafter too.
It's something like this. These box knives, okay, for cutting things open. If you happen to hit yourself, now you don't have to worry about cutting yourself.
Well, in the crafting room, down.
Look at this. Scissors. Because you have that dexterity, you can still do all of your crafting, cut the papers, do your wrapping, and if you happen to get close to your fingers, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself.
That's right. All right, we're gonna wrap up. Remember, you get two of the oven gloves. If I were just for the oven gloves, it's worth
There's
it. It's
the
$17.
fibers.
And then we have the shark glove, which of course is for cutting. Two flex pays as well. Fall pricing of $17.95, and it's the only airing today, so it's the only time we're gonna have it on the air and make it available. All right, John, thanks.
Hey, look, I still have all 10 fingers. We're having fun.
Coming up, we're gonna take a break, and then right around the corner, what do we have, Daryl? My lights? We do have the Bell & Howell disc lights coming back for an encore performance. I only have a little over 1,000.